Hi again, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus, and I'm back because there are some things that's still on my mind that I think need to be addressed. One is because there's a lot of stuff that goes on, good stuff, that makes us feel excited and happy, and then there are a lot of bad things that's going on that brings us a lot of sadness, and they are separate and distinct. And then there are some that leads from one to the other. And we as human beings, we are perpetrators of all. We find ourselves caught up in every situation. So we feel the good times, we feel the bad times. And the question kind of uh, circles around my mind is how can we get rid of most of this stuff, especially stuff that we can't stand, stuff that we don't want. And I think that it's all wrapped up in we and the decisions we make. We are the what you want to call the author. We are the sculpture, maybe that's a better word, of humanity existence in the world. We, the living, we are sculpturing what we are. And it seems that there's a lot of stuff going on. It seems there's so much confusion going on, so much stuff that just makes us go no place. And some of the times we say, well, governments have their way of doing things, and in our governmental system, we talk about democracy and we talk about majority rule and stuff like this. But I want to say that it is wrong for any person to abuse another group and to abuse another or a nation to abuse. And when I say abuse, I'm talking about causing pain and suffering undue to one another or to that particular perspective. And so we clearly should understand that if it is wrong for one person to cause pain and suffering to another, it is wrong for a majority to cause pain and suffering to another. It's just as wrong. And we've been taught to believe that if it's the majority, then it should rule because it's right. It's right because it's the majority. But the fact and the evidence that pain and suffering comes from it is an indication that it is wrong. So what I'm going and hope we all can understand that majority is no different than minority. You can either be what you are, and in each situation you're dead wrong, and I say dead wrong because you have no solutions. The right might see it one way, left see it another, but the right and the left are the same. If you have no answers, you're both doing the same things. You might try to say you're doing it one way and you're doing it another way, but the outcome is the same. That is to indicate, ladies and gentlemen, that maybe we should think about some deeper things. Our systems of government, as we have looked at them, as we have approached them, they seem to just fail us. And so maybe there's some other things that's going on that perhaps we can consider that is playing a part in the outcome and we don't know it. Maybe some of these deaths, and I'm talking about natural things we call natural deaths, sicknesses, some of these diseases that come along, not only being preventable, but are not prevented. You think about cancer, let's talk about smoking. There are millions of people that die from smoking, die from cancer from smoking. There are millions of people that smoke and never get sick. And all of these other sicknesses and diseases, they come by the same way. You see people lying up having stroke, having heart attack. Looking for me. I had a heart attack, knocked my tail out. Why? You say high blood pressure, you say this, that, and other. Might be just that. My health is so messed up that, hey, the outcome is a heart attack. But it could be that the powers that be trying to send me a message, trying to tell me something, and not just about my health, but trying to draw my attention to something else. And I'm thinking about it sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe we should pay some attention to that. But we don't have time because we're trying to survive. And we're basically trying to survive because we're caught up in a system like this. And when I come to you, and people like me come to you or others and try to give you some information that we should try because it's never been tried before, you're not thinking about trying it because life is too hard. You don't know anything about the real deal. And if it was so real and good, why haven't people been talking about it? It's easier to believe that a liar, that a low-down, dirty liar, crook, racist, bigot, son of a gun can come and give you some information and you will jump on it in a minute before you jump on something that will really deliver you. You would march straight down the hill rather than do anything to try to change it, but if it's different from everything that you know, or the one that you know and respect is doing it. But I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, whether you go to hell, we as a people, it would be us. Whether we go to a wonderful place in an afterlife, it would be us. Or whether we live on earth, as in hell, or as in heaven, it's on us. Right now, we are living on earth as in hell, on us. But we can change it. We can change it by believing something different. We have to change, ladies and gentlemen. We have to change. We can't believe that a race of people is smarter than another. If they are, it's to be used in the plan of life. In the plan of life, and it's not causing pain or suffering anyone else. We cannot allow ourselves to believe that one nation is superior to another nation because of the people that's there. We cannot allow ourselves to believe that. We are all in this together. We are all family, and we all want the same thing. We want to live, and we want to live the best life that we can possibly live. And we're tired of being lied to and following these lies and hatred and racism and bigotry and war and competitions, all that comes out of it. Why can't we come together as a people and recognize that the one power, the power that we cannot see, it's as a physical structure, but the evidence thereof is all that we have. We see the earth, we see the results, we see the resources that are available for us to use to do the things that we want to do, and we didn't do anything but use them. And we know what we want, we know what we desire. And that determination has been made by us. And it is we, the people who make these things, we the ones that fill the reservoir of goods and services. We're the ones that makes it possible for every last one of us to experience peace and prosperity and freedom and joy and happiness and live in our dreams. We're the ones that are responsible for it. And in order to do that, you got to realize that there's a power that's bigger than you. There's a power bigger than white folks and black folks and men and women, Americans and everybody else. And until you learn that and respect that, that means respecting yourself and respecting everybody else. And then loving the power that you got living in you because you are a giant compared to what you used to be. It's time for us to stop acting like we are out of our minds. It's time for us to act like puppies got better sense than we do. Look at this political thing in America. A big joke to the whole dead blessed world. And it should be, especially to the American people. It should be, but is it? Is it? The thing that keeps me speaking is because I know that there is an answer. There's the answer that works for the right and the left. There's the answer that works for white people, black people, minorities, majorities, and they become one because they're all satisfied. And that is the power that you can't see. If you want to really ask me what I'm saying, I'm telling you this. There's a God. There's a God, and you can't see nothing but the evidence. And any person that you following is a demon. You better follow what you can't see, but understand because it's coming out of you. Think about it.